Hello human beings, welcome to my channel, and if you're new here, my name is Cecily and I am a 22-year-old American who is currently living abroad. Living abroad has kind of become my normal and I have been out of my home country for 6 years now. My journey abroad started when I decided to take a gap year to France. En 2018, j'ai décidé de faire mon année sabbatique pour apprendre le français et je suis allée à Paris pour faire exactement ça. Today I'm going to be sharing some of my stories that took place during my gap year. They're pretty crazy, so stay tuned. I'm so excited to share these with you guys. Alright, story number 1 is when I met Nathaniel Drew. If you guys are not familiar with Nathaniel Drew, you've never heard of him, he is a content creator, a video creator here on YouTube. He is super inspiring. He makes videos kind of in the same realm that I do. He talks a lot about language learning, gap year as well. He talks about his life abroad. I was at a Black Lives Matter protest in Paris. I was with my boyfriend at the time. It was probably around June of 2020. We were there. I was pretty in the moment. I had never been to a Black Lives Matter protest before. There was a lot happening. People were yelling out their protests. There was news stations there in order to take footage for their broadcast of the day. All at the same time, I was texting my friends trying to find them as well because I was meeting up with some of them there. And out of the corner of my eye, I just see somebody that looks super familiar. I had seen his videos that he had posted maybe 2 or 3 months before that he was moving to Paris. I'm like, I have seen you before. I do not know you, but I've seen you. And that's exactly what I said to Nathaniel when I went up to him. He was super humble, super nice. Pretty cool to speak to another content creator that was doing something pretty similar to me in the same realm of content creation. That being said, we did end up taking a few photos together, so here those are. Nowadays with social media and all these different online platforms, it is so easy to kind of create this idea of people in your head, and we kind of dehumanize them and forget that they are just another human sitting behind a camera. Nathaniel, if you're watching this, I would love to collab with you at some point. I am no longer based in Paris. I am now in Lisbon, Portugal. So if you're ever in town, let me know. Next story that I have to share today is the day that I went to a techno parade. Yes, a techno parade. It is a gathering of nearly 350,000 people that happens every single year in Paris. It consists of 12 different floats. These 12 different floats go throughout the entirety of Paris playing electronic music, and the whole city just becomes a giant party. It was only my 3rd week in France, so we were like, let's go. Spontaneity plays a huge role when you're taking a gap year because you kind of have to learn to just say yes to things that you don't know what they consist of entirely. At this event, there were people everywhere. There's people on top of like buildings. They were literally climbing on top of like bus station shelters. Anyways, it was completely wild. I have never seen anything like this in my entire life. If you're by chance in Paris and you want to attend this year's techno parade, it is on September 17th, 2022. So if you guys go, don't forget to send me photos, videos. Maybe I'll go there myself for the techno parade. Who knows? Alright, my 3rd and last story is actually going to be a sneak peek. I will actually be sharing the full version of this story in the next episode of sharing my gap year stories. Subscribe so you'll be able to stay tuned when it comes out. Anyways, getting into this one, I was taking a trip to Switzerland. I had actually met somebody on a Facebook group that was helping me practice my French quite a bit. Super duper amazing experience to have that language exchange and to be able to go visit them in their home country. On top of that, pretty much everyone there only spoke French to me, so it was a great experience in order to immerse myself into the language. After all, this was the main reason that I had taken my gap year in the first place. Long story short, I actually ended up getting on national French-Swiss TV. Don't ask me how. In the next episode, I will be sharing the clip where I actually ended up on national TV. It was a news channel. If you guys want to watch that, don't forget to subscribe because I will be sharing it super soon. Anyways guys, that about wraps up the stories I'm going to be sharing today. And in all seriousness, I did decide to shoot this video with the intention to shine a positive light on gap years. My gap year was probably one of the best decisions I ever took. If you guys ever have any doubts or questions about taking a gap year, don't forget to leave them down below. And you guys can always reach out to me on my Instagram and DM me personally if you guys also have other questions. You can reach me on there. I wish you all the best, and I will see you guys in next week's video. Bye guys! Alright, all that being said, I think it's finally time to spill some tea that happened throughout my gap year.